Hey kids, I'm going to read you a story about compassion. Compassion means that if I see you hurt, I feel the hurt with you. You're hurting, I'm hurting because you're hurting. I'll work to ease your hurt. This story involves heavy lifting, a massive hole, and some neighbors who took the risk to help a friend who lost the ability to use his legs. Listen to the surprising moments where compassion helps people be brave. That's the best part about this story, is that in the story, people do things that they wouldn't normally do because they really care about the person that needs help. So I'm going to start reading right now. One day, Jesus visited someone's home. Everyone heard he was there. They were so excited to see him because they'd heard that he had healed and helped people be a part of their communities again. A friend who was paralyzed had his friends take him to see Jesus. When the group got there, it was so crowded. There was no way to get Jesus through all those people. What were they going to do? How were they going to get him to see Jesus? He needed to see Jesus quick. They had an idea. They climbed up onto the roof of the house and made a hole in the roof above where Jesus was. Then they lowered their friend into the room. When Jesus saw their faith, he was encouraged. He told their friend, "I see you and I love you. You are made whole. Your sins are forgiven." Some temple leaders called scribes were watching Jesus. When they heard him say this to the friend who was paralyzed, they were angry. They thought to themselves, "Who does Jesus think he is? Only God can say these things." Jesus could tell the scribes disagreed with him. So he said to them, "I know what you're thinking right now, but what's easier to say? I see you and I love you, or get up and walk?" I'll show you that it's possible to do both. With compassion, Jesus turned to the friend who was paralyzed and said, "Get up, pick up your mat, and go home." Amazed, he picked up his mat and went home to his friends. Everyone was so happy, they praised God because they had never seen anything like that before. We might think that we only need to be brave for big, scary things. We might think that being brave is only for superheroes, like Spider-Man. But whether it's for a friend or a stranger, a family member or a neighbor, or even ourselves, compassion helps us be brave. Sometimes being brave means being like the friends by showing up for someone, helping carry their burdens, helping them get where they need to be, and standing with them. Sometimes being brave is like the friend who was paralyzed by sharing his story and asking for help. That takes courage too. And sometimes being brave means being like Jesus by fully seeing and accepting a person. Pretty cool story.